Heroclix land. This is Talking Clix, and as always, I am Wespool. We have a very special episode tonight. Not only are we joined by the Adepticon 2025 champion Logan Prignano, but we are joined by the entire crew of the Flying Prignanos. Hello, gentlemen.
Hey, what's up?
And along with them also is one of the people that is looking to be my co-host, Antonio Clark. So this is going to be a audition for him. So
we're auditioning now. Okay.
I was only the first guest on his interviews, but let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, gentlemen. So everybody knows Logan. He's the champ. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
Yeah, my name's Logan. I don't know.
Now we need to know what your age is, what you walks on the beach, and all that type of stuff.
Walks on the
sign
beach.
is.
All right, I'm 14, about to turn 15.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
14 years old and you want to...
I like stuff, right? I tell them what I like.
Yeah, I like stuff.
Logan, I was joking. All
right, and who are these fine-looking gentlemen above your head?
Macho Man, Matt Prignano.
And I'm Ricky Prignano. I'm Logan's dad.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congrats to all of y'all, man.
Do you claim him as your uncle? Dressed like that?
Yeah.
All right, so we just got back from Adepticon. We got the champ here. What were your guys' main teams? What did you run for the Adepticon? We'll start with you, Logan. What was your team?
Main force, I did collector with motorcycle, the cap shield, and broadsword. And then I did Kevin with towerette. And then Chair Panther with universal weapon and a time breaker.
Right, and your
so most of the time
was 2,100 points total. You went 7-1. Is that right?
Yeah, I only lost one game. I don't know what the record was.
Yep. All right.
That's good.
Macho Man, what was your team and your record?
My team name was Gardens of the Galaxy. It was take on my plants team I like to play. I added Beta Ray Bill to kind of have a counter to the collector because I played Logan several times. So Beta Ray Bill says you can't use Power Cosmic, so I can outwit you. As well as I brought in Kevin with Towerette for an extra outwit. I played Prodegaton for another outwit. And then I played Man-Thing, Poison Ivy, and Jennifer Kale. So that way when I'm attacking you across the map, all your values are what's printed on your base.
Amazing.
All right. What was your record for the night?
I went 3-2. I built to play the collector, and I didn't face a single one. So, I mean, but my team still performed okay.
That's always how it happens. When you bring the rock, someone always plays scissors instead of, or someone always plays paper instead of scissors.
Yeah.
It always happens.
Yeah.
All right,
Ricky, what'd you play?
My team name was Colossal Jugs. I ran my same team that I played at Kenosha Icy Regional. You know, Colossus Prime, Super Rare Juggernaut, Kevin with Towerette, Prodegaton, and Chair Panther, and the Time Breaker. I started out 3-0. It was looking good, and then my last two games, too many misplays.
Did you play better at Icy or at Adepticon?
Well,
I'd have to say, I won Icy, so I have to say the Icy. I mean, I played good at Adepticon. I choked my last two matches. My fourth match, I played Brody. Real close. They're both real close losses. You know, he's got a good plants team, and then I lost to two people in the top 8.
Same here.
By 10, 15 points. They were just one more action, it could go the other way.
I'll tell you, were you at Adepticon
Logan,
this year?
let me ask.
I just asked if you were
Go
there
ahead.
this
Go
year
ahead,
or
Wes.
not.
Who, me? No, I wasn't able to go this year.
Okay.
Next year, I'm planning to. I'm planning to. So Logan, when it comes to your team, did you? How long did y'all prep? Like, how long did the three of y'all prep for Adepticon when it came to playtesting? How long?
Months.
And how long have you been? Two-part question: how long have you been playing, and how long did you guys prep?
Do you mean playing like ever, or like playing like actually?
Period. I mean, you're 14, and we've
Yeah.
had the other young champion that we've had is Isaac. I hope y'all know who Isaac is, who I think is the best player in the game. Yeah. So Isaac was playing since like a tiny tot. So that makes me wonder, since you're only 14, makes me wonder how long you've actually been playing the game.
Only since Spider-Man Beyond Amazing.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's,
Yeah.
I mean, that's still fairly new. Again,
Yeah, like 2 years. Like 2 years.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So how long was y'all prep time for this then?
Like, I'd like to say like a month, maybe a month and a half.
Mm-hmm,
I think it was like 2 weeks after Icy. We started like building teams and getting ready for it.
Was that your first team, or was that what was the team that almost got played instead of the collector team? Do you remember by chance?
It was
was
Black
Collector?
Lanterns. I like the Black Lanterns, but they just don't do good anymore.
Yeah,
So
Beetlejuice definitely put like a fork in those. How about y'all? Did y'all have teams that actually like that you were gonna play instead of Ricky? I know you said you played the same team for your Icy, but was there another team that was like right on the cusp of being played that you didn't play?
Not really. I mean, I thought about changing. I changed my team up a little bit with like equipment, but the only thing I thought about dropping was Juggernaut for something else. But
He's so good.
I mean, yeah, just that free damage afterwards and working so good with Kevin, being able to support him up across the map. Like, yeah, I just stuck with it. I didn't want to. I played it at Icy and did good and had a lot of practice with it. And then we kept practicing. So I was like,
why not?
And then I had good practice. It worked well when we practiced. So I was like, I'm just going to stick with it.
So who got Logan into the game to begin with?
He got us back into the game.
Yeah, it's big. Yeah, we were kind of rummaging through my garage, and we used to play back, when the game first started. Infinity Challenge and Clobbering Time. We played all the way up to, I want to say, Arkham Asylum, and then we both had kids and kind of just put it away. But I always saved the stuff. It was in my garage, and Logan asked about it one day, and we busted out and played a game, and the rest is history.
Yeah, I was trying to get into. I was like watching the Warhammer stuff, and I was like, "Oh, I kind of want to try this." And my dad said Uncle Matt has a bunch of Heroclix in his garage, so he's like, "Let's just go try that out because it's way easier."
Yeah, I was like, I know how to play that. I like superheroes. It's like we already got the stuff. Let's go play that.
Then we did a massive battle royale with my other two cousins. Yeah,
that's amazing. Now, Logan, did they let you win at first, or were they just like beating you down from the jump?
That's just how my family is. We're all super competitive. No one wants to lose. So
I hear that. Trial by fire. That's how you do it. You throw him in the deep end of the pool and teach him how to swim.
I feel like that's why he's as good as he is because we don't take it easy on him. Yeah.
I mean, again, going back to Isaac. Isaac is good because his father is a super competitive player, so that just made him a super competitive player as well. So. Man, that's 14. I wish Heroclix was around when I was 14 years old. Oh my, because I'm a comic guy. So like I love comics. That's why I play the game is because I love comics. And I've been playing since 2005. And I, love the game. So for you to already get a big win at a good event under your belt, man, are y'all going to Worlds?
Maybe. I don't think so.
I don't know. Probably not, but I would like to, yeah.
Logan, he plays football too, so
nice.
That's right during football season for him.
Nice. So. What position you play, Logan? What position you play, bud?
I'm like Taysom Hill, where I play like almost everything, but it's mostly middle linebacker.
Okay. How about so you trucking people and you tossing the ball too? Is what you saying?
Yeah.
Lovely. Taysom Hill is underrated. He's very underrated. So very underrated player. That's cool.
At what point in your training did the pupil become the master? At what point did he start overtaking you guys and showing you what's up?
He's been beating me for quite a bit. Like I feel like me and him would always be really competitive head to head, but I feel like the last 6 months or so, he's clean swept me. I haven't beat him in a while.
I beat him all the time, but that collector team, my icy team, has 0% chance of beating that team. That's why I almost switched it up, because I was like, if I play him, I lose, but I'm like, I'm okay with that.
Now, how is that?
Yeah, playing Logan's the reason my team kind of evolved to what it was. Like, it was just like, he kept beating me. I'm like, all right, switch this. And then finally I got him. I'm like, okay, this is what I play right here. You know?
Now, how is it from your guys' perspective that this young kid that you just started teaching 2 years ago is kicking butt and taking names? Is it a moment of pride for you, or are you guys a little bit jealous?
Oh, no, for
jealousy
sure.
at
That
all.
was just watching. I was his biggest cheerleader on the sideline, dude. Like, it felt so good to watch him play and do good. Like, when he won that last match, I was tearing up a little bit. Like, it was for sure a proud dad moment.
That proud
like,
dad moment. Yep.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, not even a little bit. I'd have been tearing up my dad going self if my son had just won and did better than me.
Yep.
Word. Good job.
Yeah, our whole play group was just happy for him. We got that picture where we lifted him up on our shoulders and just we're all happy. It was great. It was a great moment.
The Clix community is a great place. Like, overall, it's just a really great community when it comes to, how we love the game and the love of the game and the love of the people in the community. So I do hope y'all can if not this year, some year, make it to Worlds, because Worlds is just Clix all day. I mean, just all
Me and
day.
this guy went last year.
Yeah, we went last year.
Okay.
It's just this year our group is planning on skipping Worlds this year and doing Champion Clix next year. That's kind of what our plan was.
Nice. Y'all got to make it out to Origins at some point in time too.
I think I'm going to try to go this year, Origins.
Yeah, I think we should be able to make that this year.
Origins is a fun time, man. Like, it's a real fun time. Origins is a very, very fun time, man. We used to have Nationals and Worlds like back to back in the day, but Origins is a very fun time. So that'd be cool for everybody to come down there too.
Now,
Yeah, that's the goal.
Logan, how did your opponents react when you're clean sweeping them and you're just 14 years old? Were they good sports about it, or were they a little bitter?
A lot of them were bitter, but it might have made them feel a little better that I was like a kid. So I was just like, okay, yeah. I don't know how to really explain it. A lot of people were getting mad because it's frustrating. I understand it. You need to hit a 10 most of the time, or like an 11, and then it's just like they don't hit it and they can't do damage, and there's nothing.
Well, when they do, you're re-rolling them twice, 3 times, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating. Yeah, you can't even hit an attack.
I would be mad.
Kevin is just that, though. The crazy thing about Kevin is most popular characters in the game are Marvel characters. So he has sway with all of them, Like, that's what makes him so powerful.
Yeah, he's really good. I can't build a team without him.
Yeah, he's like,
you'll have to soon.
I know, I can't do it.
Again, he's sitting right here, man. Like, I haven't touched him. Like, I took him out of the thing, put him on display, and was like, okay, there you are, Kevin. And I built 2 teams with him. So y'all are making me say that I need to build a team.
You put Tower Red on him.
Yeah, you almost need Tower Red though.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool. Let me ask y'all this: what is your favorite and least favorite Heroclix mechanic? Okay, what would you say is your favorite and least favorite Heroclix mechanic?
My least favorite is for sure poison.
That's my favorite word in Heroclix.
That's the worst. Getting poisoned from across the map. My brother plays plants, so that just gets me every time.
You just say words and they die. It's great. Like, I love it.
Macho Man, I hope every time you poison them, I hope you're singing. I hope you're like poison.
Poison.
You got to do it like that. You got to do it like that.
Can't trust a big button to smile, man.
Never, never, never. So, Ricky, you said your least favorite was poison. What is your favorite Heroclix mechanic then?
I'm kind of just get in your face and fight you. So I'm probably like a charge flurry type of guy, just I like to run in there and roll some dice,
Nice. I'm the same way. How about you, Logan? What's your least favorite and favorite Heroclix mechanic?
I hate barrier, so that's definitely the worst. My favorite, like outwit probably just to get rid of this stuff. Yeah, just probably outwit.
Macho Man, how about you?
I mean, I like the plants. I love the plant markers. I understand that, they're kind of a nuisance to play against. No one wants to see it. These guys know best. Yeah, I'm just going to say words and poison you and smack you from my starting area without moving, and that's it. Like, come get me, like. I think that's why Ricky plays those teams, because he knows he has to run up and just smack me before I can do anything. Like,
I'm building. I'm like, I want to put this guy in my team. I was like, he doesn't reduce. I can't play him because he's just gonna get poisoned. It's like.
So what would you say? What's your least favorite then?
I don't know if it's a mechanic or not, but my least favorite thing about the game now is the sideline. Like, just how dependent the game is on the sideline right now, and that's the reason Chair Panther is so important. Like, I feel like if you're not playing Chair Panther, you're already at a disadvantage. You're at a disadvantage. You are.
I think that's one of my favorite reasons why Gauntlet Spidey is a figure I've been building a lot with. At this point now, I can like pop him on turn 2 to get rid of all of your sideline. Mm-hmm. And turn 2, getting rid of unless you're playing collector, getting rid of all your equipment, getting rid of all your sideline, bye-bye to all of that stuff. Fortitude, get out of here. Rivalry, bye-bye. Yeah. All of that stuff, getting that gone. We needed something like that can just say, let's just roll dice now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we're just rolling dice on dice on dice, which still makes collector very powerful because nothing can get rid of his stuff,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Logan, Paul Cote asked, how does your team deal with barrier, and was it an issue during the tournament?
What was the second question? Sorry.
Was barrier an issue during the tournament, and how do you deal with it?
I did Beetlejuice. Thought I always just bring out Beetlejuice, and he runs through blocking, so that would help. That's what I practiced with, but I never ran into a barrier team, so. I'm Brock's bunker a couple of times though, so I was just running through there with Beetlejuice to make up a path so I can collect somebody. That was the only play I had, and just time breakers, the time breaker collector out.
Nice.
I love it. So y'all had just mentioned like how dependent the game is on the sideline. What do you, other than Chair Panther? Chair Panther gets rid of that. With Chair Panther being so prevalent, what would you say are the top 3 sideline things that if you're playing Chair Panther, you're automatically getting rid of?
For my team, it depends. But if you're like an alpha team, I'm most likely just going to get rid of Pin Particles and Ares. But if you have a good character that shares a keyword with Collector, I'm just going to get rid of Trick Arrows. Or, not Trick Arrows, sorry. Rivalry. Yeah, but Beetlejuice is always good if they don't have anything else. But I don't really care about that with my team. I just kill it. But that's pretty much it. Those are the two that I target.
Yeah, it kind of matters who you're playing against. Like, if you're playing against Camo with the cannon event now, it's like you got to get rid of that cannon event. Otherwise,
I learned that one the hard way.
You got to get rid of that. If you really want to pick stuff up, you might want to get rid of mimics. Like, it really depends on the matchup. Yeah. Or if they want to pick stuff up too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing
picking up the barrel, whatever.
I'm playing the plants, and I'm kind of just hunkering down in my starting area, so I like to pick up the barrel. So I'm going to turn off Beetlejuice so I can poison, and I'm going to turn off Mimic so I can pick my barrel up. That's pretty much what I picked every time.
Now, what do you gentlemen enjoy doing more, playing Clix or talking Clix?
I'm playing.
Playing, yeah, for sure.
Playing.
I like both, but playing is always going to.
We normally play for a couple hours, but then we'll sit and talk about team building and stuff for like another hour or so too. You know, it is a good part of it.
That's one of my favorite things about the game, though, is talking about all the possibilities and team building. Just team building sometimes. You can just do that without even playing, which is just so much fun. Just the possibilities. I absolutely love that.
We do a lot of like theory crafting and stuff like that. Like, yeah.
Fun, man. It's fun. So, Ricky, let me ask you this. What is it like, Logan, what is it like being better at your dad at Heroclix as it stands right now? For this
Feels good because I'm competitive, but he's beat me so many times. It's like doesn't even like feel that great. It feels good just to win, though, if that makes sense.
You get like a week off of like chores because you're the champion. And you're like, hey, we need you to like watch. We need you
just
to
drop the medal on him. Boom! I ain't doing shit.
You put your medal on him. Like, listen. This is the get out of this is free.
No, he just called up the ELO like number 3. What? Where are you at?
Now, the first time Logan beat you, did you ground him?
No, but he knows. I definitely get a little upset when he beats me. He knows.
He gets
so super competitive. We do not like to lose, so especially to each other. I feel like.
Nice.
Is it true that Miss?
I love it.
Logan Beth is really showing up to Worlds.
Missy Logan Beth. The teeny weeny polka dot bikini.
I'm still mad that the Macho Man Heroclix didn't make a bystander of Elizabeth. Like, he should have just made an Elizabeth bystander. Like, where was that at? You know what I'm saying? So, Logan, what were the key differences between your round 4 loss to Azareth and your final championship match for the win? What were the differences for that?
Main one, Brock's bunker. Like that one was huge. But the biggest part of it, I forgot that Cat Peg gave adjacent friendly characters energy shield deflection, and then I just missed the attack roll and lost because he had so many problems.
He out with the super senses the first roll. Yeah.
Instead
and
of
the misty attack.
Yep.
And then the finals match.
The way I look at it, that loss helped you win. That loss helped you win.
Yeah, because in the finals, he outwit the energy shield and then left him with the super senses, but he missed it. But he had a Kevin reroll on it still, too.
Yeah.
Now, you guys are, your local team is called the HEL, the Hell League, the Home Event League. That's headed up by Matt Lanier. And you guys
that happened
his podcast
to me.
The link is down below. I want everybody to go check out that interview. It's a great interview, and they go over all the technical aspects of the game and how each round went. We're talking more about you gentlemen as people, but if they want to get into the nitty gritty of how the event played out and the nuances of your team, check out Matt's podcast, Hell Talk. It's a great show, and not a lot of people know about it. So I'll put the link down below.
I love it. So where did y'all get y'all name from? Like y'all team name, where did y'all get that from? Where did that come from?
Flying Prignanos?
Yeah.
So that started, we went to Kenosha for the they put on an event called Clixomania. It was like a wrestling team event. Degeneration Clix ran it. I'm sure you've heard of them.
Definitely.
And one of their members, Pete, he just kind of threw it out there. He's like, "Yeah, you guys are the Flying Prignanos." Like, and it was just a joke, but we embraced it. We took it and we flew with it. You know.
That's dope. No pun intended, right?
No, exactly.
Cool. Now, Logan, you're pretty young. Have you ever actually seen a phone booth, or did that when that came out? You're like, "What is this? I've never seen this thing."
I've never seen a phone booth. I know what it is from movies, but I've never actually seen one. I don't think.
It's weird to hear you even say that, Logan. To say, "Oh, I seen it in a movie, but like I've never seen it in real life." Because when we were young, there was tons of things that we saw in movies that we didn't see in real life, but you would never think that a phone booth would be one of those things that are just gone from existence. crazy. It's
Well,
crazy.
there's still
Go ahead.
you know, there's UFC in a phone booth, so I know that one too. That one's weird. It's like, yeah, why would you do that?
Phone booth
Of all
UFC,
things.
let's do it.
Of all things. So let me ask y'all this then. What would be one power if you could add it to the PAC? What would one power would you add, and why? Like, why would you add that power? I know I would give y'all some.
Yeah, it's a
Jeopardy
tough
music,
one.
like,
That's like making up a color. It's like you don't know.
okay, I tell you what. Let's do it even. Let's do it. Let's make it easier. What's a power in the PAC that you would change right now, if you could?
Probably the flurry. I seen you say it too, but making it for range attacks. Like I think they could do that.
See, okay, everyone watching, the Adepticon Champion agrees with me. Okay, yes, good deal, Logan. Good deal. How about you, Dad?
I mean, I might have to second that because I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but
I
that might
think
bring
something.
the range game back since everything's close combat right now.
I would say let's tinker with incapacitate or leap climb and make it do something. You know, no one's incapacitating. No one's like, hey, I'm gonna incap this guy right now. Like,
And they had it, but they took it away. I don't know if y'all were playing at that time, but it used to be when you incap somebody and they already had 2 tokens, you dealt them 1 unavoidable damage.
okay,
Right? So it's like you're really incapacitating them. For myself, I would change Earthbound Neutralized, actually. I would make Earthbound Neutralized kind of like an outwit. You know what I'm saying? Something where you could do that to the opponent to strip them of their improved targeting and improved movement and stuff like that. So it kind of would be an outwit only for those abilities, because you can't outwit improved targeting. You can't outwit that. But if you could say, I'm using Earthbound Neutralized on you, that would be huge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a
Yeah,
power
that is nice.
it's a power we do not use. And when it shows up on a dial, like very so often, you're like, why is this even on the dial? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't do anything anymore now that pushing damage is gone, and it needs to be changed, and it hasn't. So
I like what you said about incapacitate. Like, it'd be so easy to just add one sentence at the end says, if the character already has 2 tokens, deal them 1 pen.
it used to be that way, and they got rid of it. I don't know why they got rid of it, but
it's a useless power. It is like I don't think I've ever done incap ever.
Incap is only good when you have when it's free, because nobody, like, it is about tempo, right? It's about tempo, but the average piece that is good in the game, that like on at least on a competitive level, let's just strictly for competitive level, can take tokens off of themselves, or you're going to build around them having tokens taken off of them. So incap doesn't do exactly what you want it to do. And when no pushing damage, then, if even if they did add pushing damage just back to it, when you incap somebody, you give them a second token, deal them a 1 pen. That would be great.
Now,
I'd like to see duo attacks come back too.
What's that?
Duo attacks, like on the duo figures they used to have, you used to be able to make 2 attacks with, because say I got Batman and Robin on the same sculpt, both of them are gonna punch you. Like,
you mean these guys, Batman
yes,
and Robin?
I have that Batman and Robin. I love. It's one of my favorites ever.
I have all my duo figs right behind me, as a matter of fact. So yeah,
they still make a lot of duo figures, but there's no duo attack. Like they did it with Hawkeye and Hawkeye, but I feel like they need more of that.
They even made a joke about it with the Deadpool Wolverine chase. One of the powers was, what happens to duo attack?
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all that, since you just mentioned that, what would be a duo you would like to see get made?
Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, I'm Batman. They've already made Batman and Robin 100 times. I don't know.
They haven't made Batman and Damian.
Yeah, Damian as Robin, yeah.
They made Batman and Nightwing, and they made Batman and Robin, which was Tim. They haven't made Batman and Jason, and they haven't made Batman and Damian yet. So they still could do that. I would love it, because I love Damian's one of my favorite Robins. So
I think he's cool.
I would take that all day.
Now I
I'd say Magneto, Juggernaut together. I'm a big X-Men fan, so that'd be cool.
Have you guys
Again,
seen the
right
trio?
again, right in arm's length. They're right.
Oh man,
Magneto's probably one of my favorite X. He's my second favorite villain, and he's one of my favorite X characters.
Oh, I got one. It'd be Colossus Wolverine, a fastball special.
there you go.
Yeah.
So we got it already. So we got it already.
Okay.
But this needs a legacy card all day,
Yeah.
right? Or it just needs to be redone. It needs to be redone. And they could probably do Wolverine in the yellow instead of the brown like how he is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they that should have happened a long time ago, like a redo of that. It's so monumental. How about you, Logan? What's a duo you would like to see get made?
Probably like Wong and Doctor Strange. That would be cool. Where
That's a good answer.
yeah,
I like
That is
Yeah,
a great
cool.
answer. I like that a lot. Sweet. I mean, they
Yeah.
kind of made it so they almost do a duo thing with the Avengers. What was it? Avengers Forever. How the Doctor Strange, when he rolls a 6, he
Brings
out
him
the
in.
Wong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good answer. I would have preferred that more than Wong and Madison. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now,
Probably would
the,
have been more useful.
Spider-Verse that came out with the T-Rex Spider-Man, and then they also had that trio, the Spider-Man, Ghost Spider. I'm picturing
Yeah.
Love it.
a petition for Wizkids to make a Flying Prignanos statue.
That would be awesome.
Y'all gotta get a bystander made. I forgot. I think you get for like Heroclix for Huntington. Y'all gotta do the Heroclix for Huntington thing, man, and win that so you can get a bystander made with the Flying Prignanos on it. That's what you need.
Logan, do you have any
Logan, let me
advice
ask you this.
for
How
young
does it
players
feel?
starting out?
Oh yeah.
I would just say, just play with the best people that you can. Like, even if you're losing 0 to 300 every single game, it's just like it helps to lose as much it is to helps win. Like,
That's why you're
I
the
don't know.
champ.
It's just, yeah.
Like JC said, I either lose or I learn. I either win or I learn. I don't lose.
Look,
Yeah.
Fun fact, Logan, the number one reason why people stop playing this game is because they lose.
Yeah.
So that mentality that you have is great because so many people don't get past the learning curve to get from a beginner all the way to like good and great and like an expert level. You have to take your lumps. You have to take those losses. You have to learn. You know what I'm saying? That's a great mindset that you have.
Yeah, like this year I went the guy Matt, he does like a spreadsheet of the records against other people in our group. I went 0-12 against my dad, but you know, they're good at Adepticon, so it doesn't matter. The one that matters,
Listen,
they're
man.
good at.
Look, the saying goes, even a broken clock is right twice a day, right? That's
Yep.
right. I love that. So with your team, how does it? I have to tell you, if you didn't already know, you had a very expensive team.
Yes.
Okay? That's a very expensive team. I don't think we've ever seen a team win with not one but 2 ultra chases on it. I don't think we've ever seen that. How does it feel knowing that you essentially got the keys to the Porsche or to the Lamborghini and were able to like maneuver it and drive it? Like you, again, that's a high, not only high level, but high price team. A lot of people get those high price figs and they don't. So how does it feel to like have a team that was very, very high cost and you wielded it well? How does that feel?
Feels good. Yeah, it was also cool to have 2 ultra chases. That's really cool. But yeah, I don't know. It just feels good to.
We talked about that on the Hell Talk, where how expensive his team was.
Yeah,
He had the 2 ultra chases. He had the Panther Legacy. He had Tara Red on the sideline.
Yeah.
He had it was over $1,000 in Heroclix for sure. He had that Captain America shield that goes for almost $200. Yeah.
When I saw that was the thing that I was like, okay, Y'all are playing big boy ball when you had like the Captain America. Because usually when people like, oh, I have collector, you just have the average stuff like Bucky's arm or maybe the broadsword, which is underrated for what it does. All these different things. Is there? Let me ask you. When it comes to the objects, was there any other objects that you essentially wanted, but then you switched at the end, like when you were play testing it? What were the other objects that you might have played with? Because me personally, whenever I have collector, whenever I play with him, now that the Dream Ruby is out, I have to play him with the Dream.
Yeah, I don't know. As soon as I saw I was thinking motorcycle right away because I think that was just like overall good. And then as soon as I saw what the shield did, I was like, I'm just gonna play that too. So I need 10 more points. And I was just looking. I was like, maybe I do trick arrows or just the universal weapon just for the utility on that. But then I was looking down there, and me and my dad were both building the team. He said, "Oh, the broadsword," and that just immediately.
Yeah, I was like, if you're gonna go. You want to do the combat reflexes energy shield, I'm like, just go all in. You get one more. It'd be +3 from close or range.
I was thinking at first playing Prime Elsa with them to give them trick arrows, but
more. Wow.
Now,
Prime Elsa. When
you guys are driving to the
you're
walking in the room, was winning the whole thing even in your brain? Or was that even a possibility? Or were you walking?
It was in his brain. I'll tell you right now.
It was in Logan's. Yeah.
Before he left, my dad was reading me the prizing. I was like, I just gotta win it. That's the best.
Well, it was funny. No, it was funny. Even when we're practicing, Logan's just like, nothing beats his team unless there's a couple things that beat it, but he's just like, he's so confident in it. He's playing it well. And my brother kept making a joke like, well, yep, nobody can beat you. Let's just give him the prizing now. Let's cancel it. Nobody can beat you.
Why even play? Let's just give it to him.
Yeah.
Logan, what was your favorite piece of the prizing then? What was that you won? What was the I don't know what the prizing was. What was your favorite thing that you won?
I'll tell you the prizing. It was 2 factory sets, the Collector Strobe and Spider-Man. So my favorite piece. Yeah.
So what was your favorite thing from the prizing that you got? What was the thing that made you be like, all right, yeah, like this, I wanted this thing?
The Dr.
around his neck.
Well, yeah, this was dope. The medal for winning first place, but the piece, I wanted Sandman, and I also wanted. All the pogs were good, but all the pogs.
That's the real prize, yeah.
Yeah, and then the Dr. Doom. We didn't have one. I wanted one of those. They look dope. He looked dope. Yeah.
That Dr. Doom, man. Dr. Doom's one of my favorite pieces. He's my favorite villain. So that Dr. Doom.
He's good. He's better than I thought he was, for sure. Yeah.
Really? You didn't like him at first, or what?
I looked at him. I'm like, I don't see it. And then I faced one in a supercharged sealed. I had a spot, and I faced the Dr. Doom, and it's just like every time I hit a mastermind, I'm flurrying him, and I'm getting 2 clicks, 2 flurries on him. I damaged him 2 clicks. It was just like, you're gonna make another one next turn. I'm gonna have to do this again. Like it was just, I couldn't get to him. I couldn't hit him.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love to hear it. Love to hear it.
Now, Logan, your first match of the tournament was against Oliver Redmond, and he's just a little bit younger than you. What was your impression of him?
Oliver's super good for how young he is. So, yeah, he's also fun to play with. He's super fun to play with. But
his team got a lot of knowledge. He knows the game.
He could have beaten me, but he just missed the attack. It was a collector versus collector matchup, and I didn't know that I can give a collection token before. Like if I go first, I can just give it to you on my first turn. I didn't know I could just break the immunity with that. Like I didn't know immunity didn't protect you from getting the collection token. But he knew that, and then he beat the collection token race, but I ended up getting it because he couldn't hit me. But yeah, it was just fun. After the game, we just did collector versus collector with no equipment. He beat me on that one, but it's just fun to play with Oliver.
Do you see him
That's awesome.
coming up, like following your footsteps and taking tournaments in a couple of years?
I want to go to Worlds, but I also don't because I don't want to skip football.
No, he's
But
talking about you see Oliver following in your footsteps, like winning tournaments.
Sorry. Yes, I do. I think Oliver is already an above average Heroclix player, so I think give him 3 or 4 more years and he'll win. He'll win a big one.
Yeah, that kid. He, like I said, his knowledge of the game is very good.
Yeah.
Like as long as he keeps playing, I think he'll do something.
He's always smart from his mom.
That's what it's about, man. Like again, it warms my heart, man, to see somebody as young as Logan not only loving the game and bringing older players back into the game, but also doing well and seeing someone younger than him and knowing that they're a good player. Because as you can see from the 4 of us, we're no spring chickens. You know what I'm saying? So we need people like Logan. We need Logan. We need people like Logan in the game. You know what I'm saying? We need people like Logan in the game just to help keep the lifeblood of the game going. So again, can thank you, Ricky, for making sure that your son, instead of just being let's have Warhammer, that you actually was let's go to your uncle's house and play these Clix. You know what I'm saying? I've introduced everyone I know to Heroclix. You know what I'm saying? And it's my favorite game, and I love that you passed that on to another person that Now, Logan, have you introduced any of your people that you know into Heroclix? What was their
No, I have not.
I get it. It might not go too well over on the football field. I get it.
We give him crap because he won't tell any of his friends he plays, so we give him shit for it.
Man, listen, it's 2025, man. We live in a good space. You get to let your geek flag fly, bro. You gotta.
Yeah, it is a lot different than it was when I was growing up. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You just walk in.
It was 5 minutes after he won. I was like, none of your friends will ever know you won.
Just walk around with your trophy around your neck and let people ask you, "Hey, how'd you get that?" And you can tell them.
I don't wear it around my neck, but I would tell them that I won Adepticon. I would tell them how it is.
Listen, man,
if they ask me, I would tell them.
Clear, surefire way to get somebody if they like Marvel movies. You just ask them who's your favorite Marvel character, and then they'll tell you if they like it, and then you just bust out the figures and be like, "This is a game I play." 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be like, "Oh, the figure looks cool."
Mm-hmm.
If you have an extra, you can be like, "Here, I'm gonna give it to you." Just give it to them. "Oh, here you go. This is a game I played. Let me show you how to play it real fast." Just that little it's either they're gonna like it or they don't. But that's how I get every person into the game. I say, give me 3 of your favorite comic book characters, which they've made all the ones that's in the movies. I let people play. I let them win. That's important. I let them win. And then all of a sudden, then they get hooked.
Mm-hmm.
Now, most people that run the Ultra Trace Collector have a more of an aggressive alpha style. But you switched to more of a defensive stance. What was kind of your thinking in doing that?
I just thought that there's 2 defensive, right? There's my defensive, and then there's a shape change. I didn't feel confident in the shape change one, and I just felt like he's already enough of an attacker as it is already. He can just delete someone, and he can delete Man-Thing, who's one of the best pieces in the game right now, in 2 turns. He can just delete it. So I was like, I don't need attack. I'm just going to go all defense to make sure you don't kill me before I kill your entire team. That's just what I thought about with that team build.
It was just so tough because even if you do roll 10 and 11 and deal the collector damage, unless you had Nth Metal or a Black Lantern Swamp Thing that you're dealing them 4, 5, 6 clicks. He's got his own regen. He also has Kevin who's healing him every turn. Mm-hmm. It's just there was no way you were getting through that dial. No one was it was so hard to get through that dial. It's hard to beat that team.
keep telling people the Bloodstone is so powerful, man, and nobody's listening to me. I was like, yo, the Bloodstone is so powerful with all the healing. Oh my gosh.
That was one of the first targets, though. For me, it was either like Cat Peg, Trick Arrows, and the Bloodstone were like my main targets to do.
I mean, that's smart. That's the difference between a lot of high level players. Is a high level player is going to be able to look at the field, calculate who the biggest threat to them is, and go after that piece instead of just, oh, I'm just going to take the bait, or I'm just going to hit whoever's closest to me. You have to analyze and see who the threat is first to go after them, and then the game usually becomes easy after that.
You had Reverse Flash on your sideline. How often did he get deployed?
Never. I never brought him out. I didn't want people to score the 40 points. So, never really came out. Unless I was playing Plants and they got Brock's Bunker and Ivy missed me, I'd bring him out and kill Ivy. That was like really the only time I would bring him out.
That happened to me one of my matches. My Ivy missed an attack. They brought in Reverse Flash. I outwit the probability control, shape change, and senses and killed him right away. Just get him out of here. Get him out of here.
He's so good.
He is good. If you don't hit him quick, he's gonna get you. Yeah.
There was one time we were practicing, and I brought him out, and then Kevin healed him up. So that was even better.
Yeah, that's smart too. Yeah.
You have to get Kevin buy-in, but that was nice. You get top
having Kevin heal him is crazy work. Oh my god. That's crazy. Kevin healing him after you bring him in.
So yeah, you basically just retreat him, get him out of there, and bring him back to the start.
He did it to me.
Yeah.
He did it to me. It wasn't fun. Yeah.
He's a lot better on click 1 than on click 4. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Crazy. Logan, with everything that we've asked you and stuff like that, what are you looking forward to? Now you know the collector is viable. You play with him. He's done well. Is there anything that's coming out in this next year that you're looking forward to?
I don't think I'm going to play the collector team again, but like if I was, I would be looking forward for the Green Lantern set or the Lantern set. Just, I don't know. I feel like the support in that set's going to be crazy too. So, just like Masters of Time, like, I feel like that set's going to be the new meta again.
Plus the rings, man. The rings are coming back. So him getting a ring essentially for free, or possibly, I mean, could you imagine him just being like, "Oh, I'm gonna have 3 rings."
Yep.
3 rings for free.
Bono, that's another attacker too. Just if they do like the same thing as the chainsaw, like they do something similar to the chainsaw in this set, you get another. I don't know. Hopefully, it's a cheap one, like 15 points. Where you just give them a ring, send them up there, and drop a chainsaw. Like, hopefully, that's something you would add to that team probably. Nice. As a cheap attacker.
I mean, yeah, man. Yeah. The meta's going to change so much once after Worlds. The meta's going to really change because so much stuff, like you just said, all this support. Tyrett goes away. Kevin goes away. That's if they might prolong that set. I hope they don't because I think it's had its time, so it needs to go. Yeah. But with the rise of Kevin now, like in these last few months, and even like my favorite piece that's probably gonna get retired this year is Ghost Rider. It's just like it's so much support that's about to leave the game. It's gonna be even like a piece that's coming out. The Scarlet Witch, the 25-point dial for Scarlet Witch from Cap's Cookie Quartet coming out. That's going to be on everybody's team. 25 points for TK.
Yeah, that was Copycat's going to be really
good. Pog is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You just got to pulse wave it.
Wow, I forgot about
that.
Yeah.
I haven't bought that Iconics yet. My shop didn't get it yet.
Yeah, we didn't get it yet either.
I'm boycotting that one.
It. Yeah, that's good.
I'm boycotting it. They pulled the switch through. I ain't buying it.
Listen,
they need to make it unique or something. It's too good.
What I hope they don't do is make Cable next year's Valentine's Day.
I'm not buying it.
I support that because again, here we go right here. Cable and Deadpool duo figure.
Yep.
You know, So it's called. I was excited to see that those two come together, especially the sculpt. The sculpt for Cable is
Cable's one of my favorite figures, so one of my favorite characters in Marvel. So
I'm really waiting for them to make a powerful Cable too. That's not overcosted.
keep waiting.
Look. Here we go. X-Men '97 is coming.
Yeah.
And he was in the show.
Yep.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got him in Deadpool Weapon X, and he wasn't very good.
Oh man, I don't know what they were on that day. Somebody took a day off on that day. You look at the design of that, and then you see Cable with this big gun. It's like, oh, what is your defense? Nothing.
Yeah, 16 naked.
How about what do you do, Cable? Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get 2 equipments, but you got to pay for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys all coming down
Talk about
to
a figure that I
Red,
never...
White, and Clix in November? Am I getting all 3 of you?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. I love it.
Are you gonna run teams how they did it at Adepticon, or are you gonna stick to the old way?
A lot of that's still up in the air because I'm still working out what, like, I don't even know what set's going to be. So
Right.
Depending on how much product I'm able to get and what set it is will depend on exactly what formats. But I've got a crew of 4 people that I'm working with to organize everything, so it's going to be a lot smoother this year. But yeah, I really liked the way it ran last year with 300 Modern on Saturday, Team Steel on Sunday, and then BRs and Super Steel throughout. I'm on the fence if I'm going to do that again, but I really like the way it worked.
Yeah, it was really good last year. It was super fun to go. It was a good event.
All right,
Nice.
so I got
what month is
what
it?
is the best sandwich?
What month is that, Wes?
It's November.
What sandwich?
15th and 16th.
I'm trying to think what set might be out because
X-Men?
X-Men
is September, I think.
Yeah, I think X-Men's gonna be Worlds. I think.
So then I don't think they've announced one after that yet.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think X-Men is the because we get Smash and Destroy, then we get Lantern, then we get X-Men, and I think that's the last one that we have for the that we have
so far. Yeah.
that's the last one.
Which is crazy to think that. Yeah. Interesting. So Wes, you might get the newest set that we don't know. I mean, let's just probably gonna be like an Avengers based set, more than likely.
Well, the way the release usually goes, I'll probably end up getting Lanterns because stuff will get pushed back so far.
I mean, that happens too. I can't wait for that set. I'm
excited for that one.
I'm again, again, it's right in arm's length. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited for Lanterns to come back out. Lanterns are my favorite DC property, so that's it. I just need a good Kyle Rayner. And
I love Kyle Rayner. I'm hoping for a good legacy Kyle Rayner. Yeah, I have a couple.
That's all I want. I want a good Kyle Rayner, and I'm good. Everything else is icing on the cake.
Yeah, I just got word today that I am for sure getting a factory set of Justice League Unlimited for Red, White, and Clix.
Nice.
Tell you.
So at least I know I'm getting that. It's being donated by Daryl Poindexter.
I love it. That was an underrated set, man. That was an underrated set. It came out at the wrong time. So Logan, you said you started playing in Spider-Man Beyond Amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What were your favorite, like, other than the competitive stuff? What is your favorite types of figures to play?
I like assassins, really. But from back then, I like to play the Sinister Syndicate from the Spider-Man stuff. Those are always fun.
They
Or
were
even
very
just just symbiotes. Those are my favorite too. I know it's kind of competitive with Prime
Yeah,
Spider, but I
you
also
played a
Prime
lot of the
Spidey.
symbiote stuff. I remember.
Yeah, he played a lot of the Prime Spider.
Bro,
Yeah.
Prime Spidey is Prime Spidey's the best Spider-Man they've ever
Yep.
made and probably
Yeah.
will ever make. So I don't fault you for playing the best version of Spider-Man that they've
He was
ever
on.
made.
He was.
So
That was the only guy I really played with for like 300 play modern back then. If he ever did that, it was him. And then as soon as we got a
Surfer.
Surfer. Yep, there you go. It was them two.
I feel so filthy even trying him out. I have one and I've never played him.
There was one time if I went back in Kenosha, the Clix Mania thing, it was 300 play modern. If I went back today to play that, I would not lose a game. I had Blackheart when he was good, the double Scott Porter, Kong, and double Surfer with a Mern. So it was just like I didn't know how Mern worked, and I had zero clue. Yeah, I didn't understand that he could say you don't change your combat values. Like I didn't know that. And that if I went back to that, the team is so good. Just thinking about it.
Like you said, man, those L's, you take the loss, but you're learning, and you learned, and that's the joy of the game. You know what I'm saying? Is learning. You know, that's amazing. Those are fun pieces.
A lot of confidence. Is there any players out there or teams in general that you sit across from and makes you nervous? Is there anybody you're afraid of?
No, not anymore. I was afraid of. Wasn't really afraid of it, but I was nervous to play Azrael the first time. I was.
He's a good player.
Because, he is. He beat my dad last year at Adepticon, so I had to get payback for that, and I didn't. So,
but then you did. So
but then I got payback for both of us. But
Nice.
Yeah, not anymore. I'm not really afraid of anybody.
And you shouldn't be.
We built the monster. We built the monster, bro.
Bro, that's what the joy of the game is. I tell people all the time, right? The joy of the game is you can have the best team in the world. You roll at 2. You roll at 3, and it doesn't hit. What can you do? It's a dice-based game, and even if you roll dice well, all it takes is one bad roll, one miss, and then all of a sudden it's curtains. You could set up everything. You miss that one attack. And it's over. And that person get that lucky. Like you said, nobody can hit those 10s or 11s. I don't know how many times I've missed an attack, hit an attack, somebody probbed me, and then I roll again, and it's a crit hit. So it's like, that's the thing I love about this game, the chance that's involved. Even when you build around, it's still a level of chance and uncertainty. That's what makes it fun. So.
Yeah, there's never a 0% chance of never a 0% chance of you losing. Or winning.
Wait, it's got to be your bull.
Yeah.
There's always a chance that you can win a game.
There's always a chance you can win. Always. Always.
There you go. Unless there's like 2 minutes left, but
sometimes you could put. Well, that. Hold on. If it's 2 minutes and it's your opponent's turn, then then you're right.
And they're perplexing their movement to walk in the other direction. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know
It's Grace. Watch out.
That happened to me in Nationals years back where when Unimind was like a thing and I popped Unimind. So all the Eternals come out and it was his turn. And he just takes forever moving them around. And then I killed 2 of them and it was his turn and all he could do was move 2 squares. And he just took 2 minutes moving 2 squares. And I was like, are you really going to do this to me, dude? Come on.
Yeah, me and Rick, we're like, just where do you want to put your figures? Just put them there. I don't care. Just pick a spot, put them there, and let me go. We don't need them over there. You can move them 20. Just move them over there. Let's go. My turn. Come on.
I hear that. I love it. All right. So Wes, ask your question your signature question that you ask everybody. Go for it.
All right, so I already know Chef's answer, unless he wants to change it. But what is your favorite sandwich?
Mine? a good either Italian sandwich or Italian. What are they called?
So
Italian beef? No, Italian beef or grilled cheese. Any of
Nice.
those? Yeah, one of those. I'm set.
Yeah, same with me. Italian beef. Can't beat it.
Chicago beef.
Yeah, can't beat it.
That shows that Logan is still young. He's like, I like grilled cheese. It just shows that like a couple years back, you know, like you was just a couple years back, you was like, oh, I'm in middle school, like, oh, grilled cheese sandwich. Yep, I get it. Nothing wrong with liking the grilled cheese though, but yes, I love it.
All right, so gentlemen, I have to know. I don't remember what Chef's answer was to this, so I'm hoping that it's the answer that I want. But I gotta know: are you guys Team Aqua Miles or Team Wespool?
I think I stay
Team
neutral on that
Hollywood
one.
Miles.
Hollywood Miles. I mean, that is my tag team
Hollywood
partner,
Miles.
the Mega Powers.
Hey,
Yeah.
he was great at Adepticon. I love Miles. So
They show out, man.
he was good to Logan. He was good to
actually a
Logan
really-
too. So
There's
Yeah.
a behind the scenes story with, Logan and teams. He took Miles' spot in the team. They did very poorly. Logan performed well though, and they agreed before that they were going to give the chase to the highest, whoever had the most wins, which is Logan. They ended up shafting him. I feel like they took advantage of the kid. At which point Miles felt bad and gave him his Sandman figure to apologize. He said, "Here, I'm sorry. Here, take my Sandman. I'm sorry that happened to you," which was really, really cool. But in the end, Logan had the last laugh when he won, the Adepticon Championship, and he returned Miles as Sandman, and Miles couldn't believe it. He didn't have any words.
Yo, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's a dope story. Good, yo, Logan. Good on you, bro. That is fellowship. That is sportsmanship at the highest level, man. Because again, you could have kept both of them. Good on you, bro. Ricky, you raised a good kid, man. Good on you.
yeah, I did something right.
It's a
Good on you.
perfect example of why
No, that's
Hollywood Miles is way better than Aqua Miles. Aqua Miles wouldn't have done that.
Probably
He
not.
would have swam away with it.
Listen, if you've seen Aqua Miles in person, like
I arm wrestled him.
I've only gotten to experience them at Worlds, and yeah, you're probably right about that at Worlds, maybe, just maybe. He's fun, man. I respect everybody who cosplays and dresses up and stuff like that. I respect the crap out of that. To like dress up and then go sit at a table for like 6 to 8 hours, moving.
Well, that's what
around.
we were laughing when my brother showed up, and we were like, "Man, you had to drive all the way here like
I drove to
that?"
Adepticon in my car dressed as Macho Man.
Hold on. Do you go to Macho Fest though? Did you go to Macho Fest?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Okay, look up Macho Fest. It is
Okay.
a whole convention where everyone is Macho Man.
That sounds amazing.
You would have a ball there, and you see Wes with his Deadpool mask on.
Wespool.
My son also loves Deadpool, so he just bought the katanas that like Deadpool had in the Deadpool Wolverine movie. I was like, "What do you even need those for?" So for my cosplay.
He said, "It's okay that mine's not movie quality."
So, what was it like teaching your son? Like, what was the process? Did you start off with no powers, and then you kind of slowly worked them in, or how did you teach them?
So when we originally played, we were playing with the old school rules that I knew, from 2008, 7, whatever it was, and we were taking pushing damage and all that stuff. And then, they, Ricky and Logan purchased, some newer stuff and got a new PAC, and we had to like relearn the whole game pretty much from the ground up.
Yeah, we found a place right by my brother's house that had events. Started playing there, and that's where we met Matt, who runs the Hell League. And he taught us a lot. He still teaches us.
Yeah, that's our. If we have a question, we go to him.
I learned. He's really good with the rules and everything. I learned 95% of the stuff I know from him. So,
So what's the story behind the name of the team? Hold These Nuts.
There's nuts. Do you hold them? What do you mean?
No, he messed it up. We're supposed to be collect these nuts.
Yeah.
I
There
was
is
say that's
a-
a better name. Collect these nuts. Like,
That's what he wanted. He put it in wrong.
oh,
But then the one guy, Matt, made him these things. Getting them. Oh no, where are they? They're right here. He made him these tokens for
Collection
when
tokens,
he gives out
yeah.
a collection token. You know, from the he 3D printed them. That they say hold, and on the backside it says these nuts.
that's hard. That is hard.
Were they in your case, Logan?
I 3D print my own tokens, and like I play plants too. So I made my own plant markers and stuff like that, you know. So I love stuff like that. That makes me now y'all gonna make me make my own like
There it is. Hold.
Hold
These nuts.
these nuts.
Dope.
I didn't even know that. I had no idea about that.
That is amazing.
It was funny because Oliver's like, "What's your team name?" As soon as I.
It's bad sportsmanship now when I think about it, but you should have just had extra. So when like you beat somebody, you
They
like,
keep
yeah,
one?
this for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold these nuts forever.
That's for you. That's for you, buddy. That's for you. That would have been bad sportsmanship though, but good. That's good. That's good. I love it. Well, hey man, we appreciate y'all being on the. We appreciate. I know we've had y'all on here for over an hour now, so we appreciate y'all for being on here. Again, congratulations, Logan, man. Like you did an amazing feat. So many people play this game for years and never win the top prize in any big event or any kind of, just even not necessarily like a 300-point modern, but just any kind of event. You know what I'm saying? So for you to do that and to do it so early in your Heroclix career, man, congrats to you. Hats off to you, bro. Like, keep going, man. Keep going. I look forward to seeing you at the other big events and, you growing. And again, Ricky, you raised a good kid, bro. You raised a good kid. Like, I'm a father. My son's 23. So, like, the thing about it is when you raise your kids up right, man. Again, the story about him giving the Sandman, that takes heart, man. That's heart. That's the heart of like not only a champion, but someone who like actually is a good person. So I appreciate that as a player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As implanting that in him so that he can implant that in the community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not everybody in the community would have did that. So I just gotta thank y'all for letting us interview y'all, answering all these questions and everything like that and spending some time with us tonight, man. We appreciate
I got one
y'all.
more question for Logan.
Yeah, appreciate you having us.
I got one more question. So we got Aqua Miles, Hollywood Miles, Wespool. I want to know what Logan's HeroClix name is.
Mr. Logan Biff.
No. I don't know.
They call him the Phenom.
We call him the Phenom. He wears it well.
Phenom.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
You guys have any final thoughts for the community before we sign out?
Watch out for the Flying Prignanos. Flying in the town near you.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here, giving us your time, and your second interview after a major championship. I'm so grateful for your time. And everybody out there in the HeroClix Land, if you like what you see here and you want more content, please like and subscribe to the channel. I have Podbean, I've got YouTube, I got Facebook, and I have a Patreon account. So you can subscribe to any of those channels and get more content like this. And if you want to be a guest on my show, please reach out to me. And as always, keep on Clixing.